players, welcome back to another episode of the Hive Mind. This is actually season 2, the season premiere, and I have a very special guest for you guys today. And thank you all for making the Hive Mind what it is. Thank you for watching and commenting and sharing. What a great turnout we had for GP Vegas with the art show coverage. So thank you for that as well. So first off, I'm gonna start my day off the nerdy way with the Breakfast with Nerds coffee mug. So thank you guys so much for sending that to me. That was very sweet. And it was nice to meet Rogue Deck Builder in person at GP Vegas. Thanks for the playmat, buddy. Into the show. So like I said, guys, this guest has pretty much done it all in the community. So my guest today is not only a Pro Tour Hall of Famer, but he's also former Rookie of the Year. His accolades also include former Vice President of Digital Gaming at Wizards of the Coast, as well as the former author of Latest Developments. Planeswalking in from Renton, Washington, Mr. Randy Buehler. Thank you for joining me, sir.
Hey, I'm going. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So I kind of jumped up on you in the parking lot at GP Vegas, and asked you to be on the show. So thank you for A, not being scared, and B, coming on.
Yeah, no problem. Look, people ask me to talk about Magic, I pretty much always say yes.
Perfect. Yeah, and what a person to talk Magic with, right? Wow. So as we do each and every week on the Hive Mind, we start out by asking you your Magic origin story.
I learned Magic at a summer retreat. So I used to play college bowl when I was in college. College bowl was basically Team Jeopardy, right? 2 teams with buzzers and guys asking questions. You try to buzz in and get questions. And every summer, I went to Vanderbilt University, Nashville, Tennessee. And so people that I knew from the University of Tennessee, Tennessee Chattanooga, Vanderbilt, we all get together at this one guy's. His in-laws had an orchard, like up on top of a mountain in Middle Tennessee, just sort of a sweet place to go spend the weekend. And we all bring buzzer systems and have like an impromptu tournament. And I walk in, and there's what I now realize was this multiplayer free-for-all game at the kitchen table. So I'm like, what's this? I pull up a chair and start learning the game. This is 1995, maybe 94, I think 95. And by the end of the weekend, they sent me off to face the world with an all-commons deck that they made out of extra cards.
Wow.
It was a Pestilence, Circle of Protection black deck. So it was like pro-black Palm Knights and Pestilence, sort of black-white deck. First card I ever bought was the Sacred Vampire to put straight in.
So it was like
I guess that's my story.
It was like a Pauper before Pauper was there, right?
Yeah, it was just, they had leftover cards, I was enjoying the game, they wanted me to have something started, and then when I went back to college, I was in grad school at that point, my roommate had also one deck of cards that his previous roommate had sort of left behind when he moved out in the previous school year. So my roommate and I just started playing, and then the arms race started. We're both like, I'm going to buy some more boosters, Jason, and I bought boosters. I mean, this is pretty early, so we weren't really plugged into anywhere else. It was literally just me and my roommate buying boosters, and then our decks would keep getting better at about the same rate.
Nice. So, and were they a little more streamlined? Because I know a lot of people I talk to, and even myself, when you first start in Magic, you kind of build your green deck, and then all the green cards that you buy, that's the deck, or did you kind of jump? You said you did a Pestilence and kind of an early Orzhov deck, right?
Sure. I definitely have. We have more coherent strategies than just here's the green deck. Because like I said, I started with this deck that had a little bit of synergy, right? For black creatures with Pestilence. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's funny, but I probably played for 6 months, and all I ever did was play against Jason, and then I found a couple other friends that were into the game. And so, at one point, we're like, Icy Manipulator's ridiculous. I guess Ice Age is the most interesting card. So you can get Ices out of Ice Age was like, that was the bottom uncommon. And we had an Icy Manipulator detente. So at one point, we both had 2 Icy Manipulators. We both put them in every deck we ever built. And we just agreed nobody was going to get another one. And we'll just stop here. We could go to 4 and 4, but it's fair. When it's 2 and 2, we'll have this Icy Manipulator detente.
Sure. Did you run the degenerate combo of the Icy Manipulator and Royal Assassin?
I was around. We had so much room for decks. It was hard to get Royal really going. Sure, that was certainly there.
Yeah.
I think I went to a Merfolk deck. Was probably the next deck I built, like North Atlantis, and then like the Merfolk and Fallen Empires are underrated. Like remember Merfolk is actually like a 1/2 with an ability. So I had that deck with Phantasmal Torpedoes.
Absolutely. All right, so sir, when did kind of Magic evolve from being a hobby to you going, hey, I could actually make a career out of this?
Well, I discovered tournaments eventually. It took, I don't know, 6-9 months, and then eventually I saw a flyer at the local game store for something called a ETQ, and I didn't really know what that was, but I started looking into it. And, eventually I was the first guy in my group to find. It was Usenet news groups at the time. The internet is pretty new. The internet and Magic are basically born in the same year, right?
Sure, yeah.
1993, first graphical browser, and also Magic. So, circa 95, there's no dojo. There aren't even websites. Like, the average person doesn't even have a browser. But I found these news groups, Usenet news groups, and Magic decks there. And so, found basically a Necro deck. And I'm like, oh, okay, this deck's apparently doing really well. So I sort of, net deck a Necro deck, take that to my first ever Buehler qualifier, make the top 8 of the first PTQ I ever entered. Because the Necro deck was absurd. And so at that point, I've gone from, I had sort of stumbled my way into an Armageddon deck, honestly. Like I didn't copy the Armageddon deck that second place at the first was, I guess, its peak. I had sort of got into a similar strategy accidentally, but then copied the Necro deck anyway. Once I got tournaments, it was all over for me. I was in tournaments, all the friends I've been playing with, some of them followed me along for a little while. But I moved from Minneapolis to Pittsburgh in '96. And so I got to Pittsburgh, I'm into the game at this point. Like, I've top ended the PTQ back in Minnesota, and I got to talk to the Magic player club. So I go to the Pitt Student Union, I'm like, oh, okay, I found multiplayer decks. Like, I found people staying around the table with 5 multiplayer free-for-all. Not really the crowd I want to hang with. It turned out Carnegie Mellon was where the best players in town were. I actually found that at a giant tournament. It's myself and my wife playing a 2-headed giant tournament, and it's Eric Lauer destroys us with this Pete. And Lauer, having been destroyed by, I was like, oh, where are you usually playing? He's like, oh, you should play CFU inside. And that was, it wandered up to them, and then, I was the guy in the car who was seeking out PTQs, and I sort of drugged Eric along. He got qualified for the Pro first. Andrew Cuneo was in that crowd. Guy named Chris Esco also was very good at that time. And that's the crowd that just, I started going to PTQs. Your question, I'm building up to the question, which was, did I think from a career? Mm-hmm. So I played to see you guys. I basically get my head bashed in by them for 6 months. That's my apprenticeship, right? That's how I keep lose. How those guys kept.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just trying to better than you, and play against them, and then try to figure out why they're beating you. And, after about a year of that, I finally went my own Pro Tour qualifier, and the first Pro Tour I went to was Pro Tour Chicago in '87. And my theory was, all right, look, I've been trying to qualify for a year. I'm going to put in all the work. I'm going to make sure if I can't play at that level, it's not going to be because I didn't try. Like, I'm going to go in as prepared as I can be, see if I can make top 32 and get qualified for the next one. I win the Pro Tour. First Pro Tour I went to, win the whole thing. We had a great deck. I thought our Necro deck just was the best deck in that field. Eric was just a great deck builder, and I certainly shifted my fair share. We had a great deck, and you know what? I didn't get unlucky at any point along the way, and I picked up a couple losses that in the top 8, survived all the big luck. So I go back to class. I'm a graduate student in history and philosophy science. When I got a bachelor's in physics, I have a master's in philosophy. I thought I was going to live the life of academia and be a university professor, right? Basically, time for me to pick a thesis topic and lock myself in the library. And I go back to class. My professors are like, "You won how much money last weekend? Why did you come back to class?"
Right? Yeah. Good question.
I took a sabbatical from grad school, and I was a professional Magic player for a couple of years.
Wow.
I guess technically I'm still on sabbatical, though I'm sure all my credits expired.
Wait, so to get this correctly, you said you started around 95, and then you won a Pro Tour in 97?
Yeah.
Wow, that's the fast track, sir.
I didn't feel that fast at the time. I felt like it took me a year of PTQs to get qualified.
Yeah.
I guess it just takes people longer now. There's so many good players now that, like back in the 90s, there were just, I don't know, you would get, it was in fact easier in the 90s. Like there weren't as many people who had good decks because the internet was just beginning.
Sure.
And I mean, certainly like the dojo was around when I was playing on the Pro Tour, but like the other, there was no Star City, there was no Channel Fireball, that whole scene was just falling. And crucially, there was no Magic Online.
Yeah.
Like Magic Online has absolutely raised the level of the average Pro Tour competitor, the average PTQ competitor. Like Grand Prix and PTQs and Pro Tours themselves, they've gotten a lot harder because Nitgo gives people a place to grind and sort of skill up.
Sure, yeah, back in that day, because I kind of started around the same time. Our paths did not kind of go on the same trajectory, obviously, but that was what, like the Duelist and Scry was out at that point, and yeah, you'd have to wait for those kind of those magazines and those articles, and by the time you're kind of reading that new net deck, it's kind of on to the next like 3,
Sure.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, the tech was. Teams were secretive, and you would hole up and come out with tech and sort of unleash it on an event. That was still a thing that you could totally do. I mean, I guess it still happens a little bit from time to time, but I mean, that was the way Magic worked in the 90s. Just having that critical mass of people that could, break the constructed format, or having that critical mass of people that could just draft. Mm-hmm. Like the edge that you could get in limited is gigantic when people would show up to the Pro Tour and they've done 5 drafts of their life.
Right.
That just happened. I don't know. I don't want to be here and tell you, it was amazing, and I just crushed everybody. But things were a little easier.
I don't know. I mean, some of the people that were great then, like yourself. I mean, you had Dave Humphreys back then, like you said, Eric Lauer, John Finkel was just starting out. So I mean, there's still quite a bit of talent in that talent pool. So I mean, I know you're being modest, but I mean, come on.
No, yeah. I mean, look, I actually believe that the best players in the game haven't gotten all that much better. Like Finkel's first Pro Tour top 8 is the Pro Tour that I win, Chicago in '97. And Finkel is still top 8 in Pro Tours. I don't think that he's gotten dramatically better since then. I think that the middle of the field has gotten a lot better, and the edge that's available to you if you are one of the top players, like Kai Buehler had just this insane edge when he was at his peak. You can't get an edge that big in a world where Magic Online exists and where the Star City circuit exists and breaks before the Pro. You can't get edges as big as you used to be able to get.
So you think it's more of a deck building edge more than a play edge?
Oh, it's both. It's both.
Talking about Pro Tour Chicago, right, 1997. What's kind of your a memory or two that a lot of people don't know about that Pro Tour at this point?
I don't know. I mean, my favorite moment is I'm playing Sven Bjergsen. He's got multiple top Pro Tour top 8s. This is a good guy. He's playing the Stompy deck, and he comes out. He's got Whirly Dervish, is the protection from Black Creature that's supposed to be really good against Necro.
Oh yeah.
He's got 1-drops, 2 more 1-drops, Whirly Dervish. He's got 5 creatures out of the board. And I play Necropotence until turn 4. I have a Badlands left untapped. And I go to my end of my turn, and he's got a bunch of creatures out. He's only hitting for a couple damage. And I think for a second, and I say, Necro for 11. I set aside 11 cards, and the look in his eyes, he just goes bug eyes, because he heard about the card. I was playing Firestorm in my Necro deck.
Right.
Some people call it Firestorm Necro. Like, nobody else played this card, but we built the deck with 4 Necros, 4 Demonic Consultation, which nobody else was playing at the time. And let's assume we're always going to be other people were messing around with 4-mana cards. People would put Necrotal in their deck. Some people would even put Wildfire Emissary. I'm like, what? I'd rather have a Terror and a Pump Knight than a Necrotal. I'm going to have lots of cards. So Firestorm was this 1-mana answer. I go to my end step, I pick up all the cards. During my end step, I Firestorm 5 creatures and Nuggin for 6, just for good measure. It's just absurdly powerful. His entire board is gone. And I still pick cards for next turn. So
yeah,
that was definitely one of my favorites.
Wow. That's a good moment, man. Yeah. So flash forward to, I believe, like I said, if I get my timeline right, if not, correct me, but 2007 is when you get inducted to the Pro Tour Hall of Fame. So we have, starting Magic, opening your first basically booster, and then 2 years later, you're winning a Pro Tour. 10 years after that, you're in the Hall of Fame. So just kind of what did that mean to you?
Oh, it was awesome. It really felt like a vindication for a whole series of life choices, right? It was the recognition of that, you really were one of the best in the world at this thing. I mean, that had always been what Magic was for me. I'm a competitive guy, and, I felt like that weekend in Chicago, I did everything right, and I got rewarded. And, I was only a professional player for 2 years to change before Watson picked me up. And, I like to think for those couple of years, I was one of the best couple of players in the game. I'm not going to tell you I was better than Finkel, but in my heart, I think I was number 2, at least for those couple of years. So to have people recognize that even without a bunch of Pro Tour top 8, even without the 5 or 10 year career, that people kind of gave me credit for being on top of the game for that time. I mean, I'm sure I also got some credit for contributing from inside R&D, but it was really just this moment of vindication, of validation, and the kind of thing that they can never take away from you. I just always have, for that period of time, I was one of the best in the world at this thing that I really cared about and chose to spend a lot of my time on.
Yeah, absolutely. And then tell me kind of a little bit about the transition from being, like you said, Watsy picked you up in about 2 years. So transitioning from being a high-level pro player to, I think when you came to Watsy, you went right into developing that set right behind you, right? Invasion?
Invasion, that's why I've got those binders. That was my first block. Invasion was my first set, and I think I walked in at a point where R&D knew they needed better players. Right? They went from the Tempest block, which was probably just too fast. I mean, you look at Malkinag and Jackabuck and Fire Blast don't look completely absurd, because nowadays creatures just have gotten better, but at the time, it just threw off the balance of the game.
Sure.
And then, in order to compete with the speed of Tempest, they went to Urza Saga, and it was just broken in half, right? And so, I think when Urza Saga hit, I was one of the guys on the outside just breaking these cards. I always thought that basically I changed teams. Now instead of breaking the cards after they get published, I'd break them before they got published. It would be quite public accolades, but basically pays a little bit. But so then the next block up is Mercadian Masks, where it's pretty clear that the higher ups of Wizards basically told RD, like, all right, look, just don't break anything while we go hire some Pro Tour players. And it went, and I was the first of a wave of Pro Tour players that they hired for the R&D. Went straight on to the Invasion development team, and had just an immediate credibility. I feel like I was able to have a lot of impact on that set, pushing to make the dual lands better so that people could actually grab a multicolor set, and people need to actually be able to cast the multicolor spells. And, the dual lands in Invasion aren't great by modern standards, but if you compare them to what existed in Mask block, where there are no dual lands, instead there's Rashad and the colorless lands were really what dominated standard if you look at Saga block and Mask block. Yep. So we pushed the dual lands to get better, we pushed the creatures to get better, and Brian Kibler attacking with a rift that was enchanted by Armadillo Cloak at the first Pro Tour after Invasion came out. I mean, to me, we did it. Like, this is exactly what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
People were 6-minute creatures are playable. The spells were not as ridiculous. Counter spell starts to fade out. Like, there's no 1-mana answers. I don't know. I was really happy. I felt like when I went into R&D, I wanted to try to help the game get to a point where it was just sustainable, where the game would still be around when I retired. And I don't know, I feel pretty good.
Absolutely. I mean, it had to have been pretty cool, like, sitting down in R&D before the set's finished, and you're getting to play, you're probably trying to break a fact or fiction, right? Like, do you have any cool stories about cards that were designed and then you kind of broke right open? Or I don't know if you can talk about stuff like that, but...
Oh, no, I can. I'm not sure I have... Like, the thing is, when a card breaks, it doesn't hang out for very long, right?
Sure, yeah.
Like, you break a card, and then immediately your toys can take it away. It's very different from building decks real world. In the real world, you spend weeks honing every card, right? And agonizing over sideboards and trying to beat an established metagame. And when you're inside, you don't really have that established metagame because the cards are constantly changing. So the metagame never stabilizes. And the decks never quite stabilize. And you don't get to the point where you're fine-tuning, cards 59 and 60. You're just like, well, I think I got the gist of this right. And look, this card's too powerful. You shouldn't let this thing exist. So once you hit that point, the card just changes. So it's not like there's never the card that dominates for long enough to be memorable, if that makes sense. Like, obviously there's absurd stuff that comes up, but it's just like, oh, whatever. The first time you shuffle it up, you're like, this is absurd, and then it gets changed. So I don't have anything better for you.
Yeah, no, it's perfect. Do you have any kind of card that sticks out that you helped design that is just like, man, that is a Randy Buehler, I am so proud, like I'm proud of my own child kind of thing?
I mean, I was more the development guy. Like, I was not big on specific cards. Like, the cards I would design are things like the Invasion Duel Lands. Like, I showed up and I said, look, it's like an Alpha Duel Land, but it comes into play tap. Like, that, we need something, and I had to convince people that that was good enough. So, mine are usually utility cards. They're standard needs this specific effect. I don't have the, oh my god, look at this is my child. I more have regrets, like, I mean, I do feel good about Metal Mage. I mean, it's Christopher Cool's card, obviously, but I was the one that said, look, how about 2 mana? How about blue-white? Like, I knew when Chris won the Invitational, his card that he submitted was 1 blue, 2, 3, name the card when it comes into play, sacrifice card name, counter that stuff. Okay. Right? Not nearly as good as Metal Mage. It's 3 mana and you have to sacrifice it. And I knew we were doing a gold set, so I'm like, you know what? I think we can do this for blue and white. Like, you just get more for 2 gold, for 2 mana, 2 different colors, for blue. So I said, Chris, what if it's blue-white and it's 2 mana, and what if it just locks the spell out completely? So I'm not going to direct for that card. It's clearly his design.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, as a development effort on an individual card, that's probably my favorite.
The different roles in WotC, so kind of any fond memories you could share, or just kind of going over the different roles that you held.
My advice is when you work in a treehouse, stay close to the trunk.
Yeah.
I made the mistake of getting myself promoted up and out of R&D, and my career did not last much longer than that. But I don't know. I mean, I had a great time at Wizards. I mean, I love Magic. I love working on Magic. I love talking about Magic, and so it was just awesome to make that contribution. And the sort of 5-ish year run that I had as director of Magic R&D is certainly the highlight of my professional career. I don't know. At the end of the day, I was too ambitious to just keep doing that job forever. I mean, Rosewater's great, but we basically had the same job for 10, 15 years at this point.
Right.
I don't know that I get bored too easily to do that. I don't know. I wonder if I was supposed to just keep running WotC development or say, hang out in what's basically Fortnite's job at this point. I don't know that I could keep doing the same job for 10 years though. I always want to see, like, what's the next thing I can conquer? What's the next challenge? And
sure,
it's not the best strategy when you're working in a treehouse.
Fair enough. Okay, so kind of when we spoke briefly at GP Vegas, you basically said you just love talking Magic. So after all the accomplishments, like you said, you got kind of bored with what you were doing there, but after all is said and done, since 1995, 20 plus years later, how do you maintain this level of passion for this game?
I mean, I still play it. There's never been a better game. It is the best game ever made. I like turn-based strategy games. Like, I'll play Civilization, I'll play poker, I'll play whatever turn-based strategy game you put in front of me. I play a ton of board games. But this is just the way that Magic keeps changing and to keep itself fresh and sort of depth of strategy available. I've never found a better game. So, I keep playing it, and I don't know, I come from a family of journalists. It's probably where some of that, that passion, we see a lot of that come out in the commentary that I've done over the years. Mm-hmm. I love building up the context and sort of finding the narrative to sort of add that extra layer on top of things. That's just something I enjoy doing. So, that passion is genuine.
Yeah, well, you can definitely tell the passion is genuine. And transitioning to coverage team was pretty natural, it seemed. Like you said, it's kind of a nice segue. So can you give some insight on just being a part of the Pro Tour coverage team while you were on it?
Char you. I like the play.
You want?
The crowd is into it.
Smash it.
What is on top of the deck? What is on top of the deck? Oh, it's Lightning Helix! Oh my god! Oh my god! Greg Jones is through the finals! Oh my god! Oh, he collapses. Greg Jones is jumping up and down.
Yeah, so I actually did cover team before I got to WotC. Mark Rosewater used to be the guy who would go to the Pro Tours, and he was in charge of the Sunday broadcast. He started doing that at PT1, kept doing it, into the 2000s. And, he was also sort of the liaison from R&D to the Pro Tour. So, Mark would seek me out to ask my opinion about stuff. Like, he wanted to know how R&D was doing. He wanted to be able to carry feedback back. I know that I had opinions about what cards they should ban, what cards they should restrict, that he took back, and sometimes got stuff done. So at one point, Mark asked me if I would do commentary. Oh, right, it was Worlds, the one Brian Selden wins. Right, Finkel made the top 8, Kula made the top 8. Kula was his go-to guy. He used Chris Kula and Brian Weissman. That was his pair. But then Kula made the top 8. So Mark's like, well, I need somebody to sub for Kula. And he asked me, I think this is Worlds 98. Yeah, it's Worlds 98. So it's basically the end of my rookie year. And Mark had been talking to me enough. Yeah, I won the Pro Tour and they flew me out to some events and stuff. So I got to know Mark. He asked me if I wanted to do it. So that was my first event. I subbed in. I don't think I did a great job the first time. I mean, certainly once Pakula got knocked out, Pakula then came back and bumped me out of the booth for the rest of the show. But, I got started there, and then, as Mark would basically wait to see who would take the top 8, people got knocked out, he started asking me to do the commentary. Like, Weissman wasn't qualified at that point anymore, so it started with me and Chris for most of that run, and became me and Hacker. And then when I got the Wizards, I basically Jeff Davis, the guy running the display side of things, and I was like, Jeff, I'd love to keep going to Pro Tours. Like, I think that good for me in my new role in R&D, if I'm at the events, talking to folks and seeing what's on, or people doing with our cards.
Yeah.
And love to keep doing commentary. So that just, OP said, sure, we'll essentially fund bringing you to the events, you do commentary for us, and R&D sort of gets the benefit at events. So that was the deal for my entire career.
And that was up until, I want to say, Eldritch Moon was the last?
Yeah, well, when I left the Wizards, they kept bringing me out to events for about a year. I think they expected me to kind of fade away from the game. So they're like, okay, we'll bring it out for a year now that we've left Wizards, and then we'll sort of, okay, that'll let us transition to a new team. I didn't really go away. Like, I kept playing. I think I was actually better at commentary in the year after I left Wizards than in the year before. Because I was playing more Magic in the year after I left Wizards than I was playing at the end when my job wasn't even in the Magic department anymore for my last 2 years at Wizards.
Right.
So they stopped using me for a couple of years, but then, there was a point where they were trying to get people into the game a little bit. They were trying to upgrade their commentary team, because I was back at volunteer. I'm like, look, I would still love to do this. So they brought me back for a while. Did that for a while, and then, I don't know, at some point, that adds up, and it's more fun for me now to do stuff like the Super League, which I can do from, this seat, much more comfortable than seats in Australia.
And that's yeah, oh yeah, and it's a perfect segue. It's almost like you knew it was coming. Just tell me about the Genesis and the other Super Leagues.
Yeah, VSL started, I was doing commentary, and I felt like one of the problems with Grand Prix commentary was the fact that there was no narrative through line. You would have a Grand Prix, it would be a standalone event, and then there's no build-up before it, there's no through line after, you just kind of have this event, you don't know who's going to show up, but somebody wins it, it's over. And I felt like you could do better than that for Magic coverage. And so, as Twitch was starting to become big, this is 3-4 years ago, it was obvious that Twitch had a lot of potential, and I also felt like Magic Online had the ability to translate really well into Twitch. I mean, people were streaming at this point. I think this is during Newmont's first year of streaming where he was starting to get famous. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so I sort of felt like I wanted to try my hand at creating my own coverage and see if I could do sort of help build up the game as an esport outside the context of just premier commentary. Then the key thing is they announced Vintage Masters. I'm like, look, I've been playing Vintage since it was just Magic, right? Yeah. I played Vintage tournaments in 1995. I played, random local Seattle area pickup tournaments. Even during my career at Wizards, if they were unsanctioned, I was allowed to go, and I did it. So they asked Vintage Masters for Magic Online, and I'm like, I knew I was going to draft the hell out of it. I knew I was going to get a set of Power 9. I knew I was going to start playing Vintage on Magic Online. I just knew that was going to happen. So I'm like, well, this is kind of perfect. What if I get some other people who like to play Vintage, and we build a show around Vintage, which in my mind is probably the most spectator-friendly Magic format anyway. Absolutely. Like, just ridiculous things happen, right? Yeah. People aren't used to seeing those decks and those powerful cards, crazy stuff happens. And so I went to the Pro Tour, and Luis was a guy I knew had played some vintage back in the day. He was the first guy I went to, and I'm like, what if I start up, a vintage league? He was like, in. I'm like, all right, no, this is just going to work. I had Luis first, and then just started adding people, and just like, who are the biggest celebrities within the Magic world that I know, that I think have at least a little bit of a background in vintage. So, David Williams was a no-brainer, Bob Maher, and put it together from there. And then I did want to have the vintage community represented well, so I grabbed Rich James and Indian, and it just came together great. Absolutely came together great. It was some work to get all the technical stuff worked out, right? At first we were like, do we show hands? Do we not show hands?
Yeah.
How do we actually stream all this? All of this computer's not powerful enough to handle streaming all of this. And so you go back and look at some of those early shows, and we didn't have all the technology stuff figured out. And I think that the production on it has gotten better over the years, but the genesis, that idea, I think was just great. And so immediately, the first time we went on, we're already off into thousands of concurrent viewers. It wasn't hundreds, which is what I was expecting. It wasn't dozens, which is the fear.
Yeah.
But I remember actually the first time Vintage Cast came out, like the very first time I played Vintage on Magic Online, I basically streamed for the first time ever, and I was getting 500 viewers, 800 viewers. So okay, there's an audience here. First VSL was 1,500 concurrent, maybe 10,000 over the course of the show. So we immediately went up to being probably the biggest Magic content other than big weekend premiere events. And yeah, it's just, we've been iterating and improving on it from there.
Yeah, it is absolutely excellent. All right. So, Mr. Buehler, this is the point of each episode where we play a game. And this particular game, I wanted to bring, the original game in honor of you as an original member of the community. And this is based the D20. This is a popular favorite. And basically what we do is we roll a 20-sided spin down, and each number on here correlates with a non-Magic related question. So, sir, are you ready? All right.
I'm ready to face the D20. What you got?
So we have number 16. This is kind of a campy one, but, it's a lighthearted show. Okay. If you were trapped on a deserted island, name one non-family member you would be trapped with.
Wow, I'm trapped on a deserted island. I want Ozzy from Survivor.
Oh, okay.
He can fish, he can build shelter.
Sure.
Like, the dude is going to make sure I survive long enough for a ship to come by and rescue us.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, ever the strategist, even on a deserted island.
I'm going to survive. Have you seen me? I'm not going to survive. I need help. That's what I conclude.
That's a damn good choice, sir. All right.
Ozzy's like the ultimate survival. He's insane.
Oh, absolutely. He could build like he could get the sea tortoises and braid it from his chest hair kind of thing and ride off into the All right. So number 8. Growing up, who did you idolize?
I mean, I guess my dad is the easy, obvious answer.
Sure.
I mean, that's certainly the guy I played strategy games with all the way growing up. Right? I played rotisserie baseball. I played dice-based baseball games actually for a while with him. Avalon Hill strategy games. I don't know, it's a cheesy answer, but it's probably true.
Not cheesy at all. As a father of 4, I would hope one day that they would say that to me about me. All right. Number 2, easy one, favorite movie or genre. We can make it a little spicy.
Favorite genre, my favorite genre is the one where the smart kid sort of wins the day. It doesn't matter, like, I'm a sucker for anything where there's some sort of challenge or competition and smart kid gets to win. So, Searching for Bobby Fischer, probably the ultimate. The movie's just great. Like, I'm not going to say it's the best movie ever made, but it probably is my personal favorite.
Yeah, no, that choice hits me where I live, man. Yeah, it's the ultimate underdog story, right?
You turn rounders into that genre, too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of how.
Oh, yeah, that's a great movie. All right, you got time for a couple more?
Sure.
All right, so number 6. This is interesting. You've traveled the world with your profession. So name the most exotic dining experience you've ever had.
The most exotic dining experience?
Yeah.
I never got the like crazy let's freak out the white guy tour of China. I definitely have friends and colleagues who would be fed snake or live whatever. I never actually had that though. I don't know if it's exotic how you eat it, but I definitely remember eating a Japanese restaurant out at sushi.
Mm-hmm.
That's sort of one of the most memorable. I'm going to go there. I don't know if it's quite exotic, but the coverage team would go in and we would ask. You're in a good restaurant when you ask. They have Toro, they have Otoro. Oro is sort of the Japanese honorific for high and mighty. So
sure.
Otoro is basically just Toro, but like the best cut, right? The fattiest. It's fatty tuna and fattiest tuna is how I see it translated.
Absolutely.
So we would go in and we ate this restaurant. We ate completely out of Otoro. They had nothing left, and we tried to order more, and they're like, "Sorry, dude, they're sad, they're almost ashamed, they whip her out." And then they come back, like 2 minutes later, they come back and they're like, "Wait, we can shave the meat off the bones and put it in a roll for you. If you really want more of the torso, we can make this up on the spot.
Yeah.
Bring us these rolls." We're like, "Sure."
And how was that?
Like just the drips, drabs of the last meat left from the tuna, and we eat that too. And when we eat, literally the kitchen staff came out to watch us leave the restaurant. And see who had eaten all the tuna. So literally, they just came out and sort of watched us as we were eating.
They're literally scraping the bottom of the barrel for you guys.
And it was awesome. It was delicious.
Of course it was, yeah. Oh, I currently work at Caesars, which is connected to Nobu, so I know about Otoro, yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, oh man, that's great. All right, number 19. Well, that's too close to the other one. Sometimes I could pull it on mulligan, because sometimes they're just not good. Favorite country you've ever traveled to?
Favorite country I've ever traveled to?
Yeah.
It's probably Japan. Japan's awesome.
Japan?
Yeah, no, I mean, that sushi story from Japan. Some of the best sightseeing I've done was in Japan. Like, first trip to Tokyo, you take the train south, and there's, Buddhist temples. I don't think I'm going to be able to remember the name of the city, but my favorite is there's this one Buddhist temple where it's basically this, like, pristine Buddha, and he's just out, and you read the plaque, the story behind it, and he used to be inside a building, and, like, a typhoon came away and literally washed the building away.
Oh my God.
And the Buddha statue's just still there. He's just hanging out serene, and the time we were there was just, blue sky and green trees, and
what a
I just got this serene Buddha burned into my brain. It's kind of an awesome sight and a cool story.
Wow, that's awesome. All right, last hit on the dice. We are going with a number 9, which we already did, so we're going to try one more time. Number 14. Wildest young adult story.
What? I know that story as a young adult, you mean?
Yeah, just your craziest, young Randy Buehler night out.
I don't know that I had that many crazy nights out. I do have, playing on the Japan team, I do have a rule that I only do karaoke in Japan.
Okay.
Which is a very important rule, because in Japan, the way they do karaoke is you're in a self-contained room. It's not like, the whole bar.
Okay.
You're just there with your friends, and like they bring you drinks, and I have heard rumors that there's video of me doing AC/DC Shook Me All Night Long while completely drunk, totally doing the air guitar. I actually had an injury from bashing my head into a table during a particular air guitar.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I've never seen the video. I've heard rumors that it exists.
Jeez. Wow.
We'll go with that one.
Well, next time I'm ever in Japan and you're there, I will know to challenge you to a karaoke off. Excellent. Randy, you have faced the D20. You've answered all my questions. Any upcoming projects you could tease or spoil?
I mean, Super League is definitely the thing I'm spending most of my time on Magic-wise nowadays. Team Draft Super League is the current show. I don't know how long till this airs, but Tuesday nights through August, we'll be doing the Team Draft Super League, which has been a lot of fun, and I'm sure we'll get back to vintage once we get closer to fall.
Perfect. Absolutely. And where can everyone find you, Randy?
Twitter's the best place. Just Buehler on Twitter. Everything that I do winds up getting updated there. I mean, there are for people who like Super League, we definitely have Patreon set up. So you can go to patreon.com/Super League or patreon.com/TDSL to support those two as well.
Absolutely. So, host of the Super League and eater of all the Toro, thank you so much, Mr. Randy Buehler, for joining me here on the Hive Mind. I'd love to have you back on. We could actually talk, more about like when a set comes out or something like that. But this was incredible. Thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah, it was fun. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And Planeswalkers, I will see you all in the multiverse.